old times of drag racing and his experience, because this is the stuff I want to keep on history.
Off to Minnesota Dragways in '59. He's got a '55 Chevrolet, and he's got this thing in it. And it was unheard of then. The noises that thing made. You know, that's a plain. I got an '55 Chevrolet with 2 bucket seats and a Latham blower and a 4-speed.
Oh my God.
You know,
that's one of my favorite Chevys, a '55.
In '59.
You were in Minnesota?
Right, in Minneapolis. Yeah.
What were you doing there? Army?
I grew up in Minnesota, so I was drag racing up the Minnesota Dragways in Coon Rapids,
Okay.
Minnesota.
Jesus, it's cold up there, ain't it?
It was nice in the summertime.
Was it really? It's probably like Michigan, cold as hell in the winter, but
Yeah,
nice and beautiful in the summer.
They had a really nice Twin Cities Optimist Club had a nice drag strip up there right out of Minneapolis, on Coon Rapids, right out of Minneapolis. Nice track back then. But the city decided we were going to build houses, so they had to move to Brainerd, which is 300 miles north.
Where, Brainerd?
Brainerd, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of that. The city decided they were going to have for houses.
In '59 had a nicest drag strip you had anywhere.
Really?
In '59, yeah.
Okay.
And Warren Johnson started racing up there.
Yeah.
John Hagan raced up
Yes,
there.
yes.
Got killed.
Yep.
And there was an old boy from Wisconsin, from Owatonna, Minnesota, Cy Cabista, had Lincoln-powered 40 Fords with injections, all gun fuel injections on these Lincolns and these 40 Ford coupes.
No kidding.
Nice cars. You know.
Are they 8-cylinder Lincolns? Not 12 stuff.
Yeah, 368 cubic Lincoln engines.
Wow.
But you know, Tommy Ivo come up there at that time.
Tommy Ivo, yeah.
Ivo, Garlitz, Stonewoods, and all of them. They were barnstones back then. They think that was a nice track, so that they come to nice tracks. You know, they had a real track then.
Build it and they will come. That's what they say.
Oh yeah.
And you saw those guys race back then.
Oh sure.
That's
good. Yeah.
I got a contact for a guy named Larry Shepard, and Larry Shepard is a crew chief for Gartlett's. Builds his Hemis, so I'm going to try to get him on DBG. I think that's going to come back to fruition.
I believe John Hagan had one of the few Z11 Chevrolets that raced then.
Okay.
That was one of the
Z11. So that's the older Chevy.
You know,
Right. What year?
61.
Okay.
They had the aluminum front end and all that stuff on them. You know,
Yep.
And that's the strange. Z11 had a different configuration on the 409 engine than the other ones.
Okay. See, I get that, and then the ZL1 is the aluminum 427.
Right, but the Z11, that was an option on the 61 Chevrolet.
Okay. Yep, I've read about that. You even have a ZL1, don't you?
Sure. Got one in a hot rod. Yeah.
I know. You know, I'm going to buy that car. You know. That's the way it's got to be.
A ZL1 in a hot rod.
Yep.
Which is sort of not a good situation. You got a Chevrolet and a Ford. Now you got a Ford, but it's a Chevrolet in order, so you can't go to Ford show, you can't go to Chevrolet show. You got a more for that, you know.
Well, I'll take the car. I'll sell that ZL1, or put it in a Camaro for a clone, and then I'll put aluminum Cleveland in there. Or I'd really like a 600 cubic inch Ford. That'd be nice.
There's nothing like aluminum Cleveland. They're light.
Oh yeah, I think it's 110 pounds. I think for the block.
Yep. The ZL1 Chevrolet block weighs 90 pounds.
Okay. Were they strong? Probably not that strong.
They were pretty tough.
Okay.
The blocks were pretty tough. Steel sleeves, steel caps.
Yep.
You know, it was a well-built block. It was very. We raced a lot. They were durable.
Did you build that one?
Oh yeah. You buy a block and you just go from there. You know, you go to a swap meet. Back then, Carlisle had ZL1 block for sale. I bought from mine. I think at Lila at the swap meet, you buy a block and you go from there. You know, all the rest of the pieces are just pieces.
Right. So it's a service block.
Yeah,
obviously.
Replacement block.
Okay.
All the ZL1s, they all blowed out.
Did they really?
Well, they were major race cars and they weren't $5 oil systems in it, and they didn't stay together too long.
Okay.
So they all blew up, so we replaced them.
In Camillus, New York, I'm from that area. There was a guy that had a '69 ZL1 Camaro.
Yeah.
He bought it. I can't remember. Maybe it was yellow and black. But anyways, the story is that he couldn't pay for it. The bank was going to repo it, so he took a pickaxe to it and pickaxed the body, smashed it all up, and left it in his yard. And the story is the bank didn't even want it then. They left it there, and I don't know where that car's probably sitting in someone's garage now.
That was a $3,000 car, and it became a $7,000 toy because that was the conversion. That was a $7,000 car.
Yep.
Just that extra.
Now, who did all that? Baldwin, Yanko? Who did that stuff? Was it from Chevy? Chevrolet?
The first ones came right through Chevrolet, yeah.
Okay.
On the truck to the Chevrolet dealers, you know.
Did you ever drive one in a Camaro?
Never drove one.
Okay. What did they have? Do you think they made 600 horse?
Oh yeah.
Did they really?
Mm-hmm.
They were like, I think they were 11 to 1.
Oh no, they were 12 to 1 motors.
Oh, they were?
Oh, they were 12 to 1 motors with a 600 left camshaft and the big AFB carburetor.
Okay.
AFB Holly. Yeah, 3418 Holly carburetor.
Maybe I'm thinking L88. Is that the Tri-Power 435?
Yeah.
Okay. They were like 11 to 1, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, the Corvette street engine, they were 11 to 1 with the ZL1 was a 12 to 1, 12 is what was one option. Yeah.
Okay. How fast were those vets with the 435? Were they quick? Tri-Power?
Yeah, they were quick. Like people that I really don't know what the figures were, but they were quick. Yeah.
Okay.
Just because they were the 427.
Now, what year was your vet that you raced? 67?
Yeah, 67 coupe. Yeah.
Okay. That wasn't a tube frame, was it?
You know, that was yeah. Well, yeah, that was a square tube frame, and it was a chassis car. My first car, the 70 Corvette, that was original. That was a factory frame, but the 66 Corvette was a square tube, chassis car.
Yep. Wow, those are the days, I bet, weren't they?
Yep.
Don't you miss them?
Well, sure. Because those days you got what you did. You did it. You didn't have to buy it. You did it. You created it. If you want to go faster, went to the junkyard, got your bigger motor.
Okay. If you didn't have it, you made it.
Yep.
There wasn't any calm Jags and all that other
There
business.
was no Jags. Well, you could go to Chevrolet dealer and buy a bigger camshaft, and then Warshawski and J.C. Whitney came along.
Oh yeah, J.C. Whitney. They're probably still around.
Warshawski was the wholesale house of J.C. Whitney.
Okay, I didn't know that.
They were both in Chicago.
I can remember seeing the J.C. Whitney catalog, and this is going to be 74, 75 when I was 9 and 10, looking at all the stuff. They had a lot of Volkswagen stuff in there too.
Everything was there. Everything. The Warshawski, like I say, Warshawski was the wholesale house of J.C. Whitney.
Okay. Interesting. But you couldn't buy from.
Yeah,
that,
sure.
Oh, you could.
Sure, you could buy from Warshawski. Yeah.
What was the advantage of buying from that Warshawski versus J.C.
I
Whitney?
think their prices were better.
Okay.
And they had more race stuff. My first 312, I bought a Holly Rotovast. The 312 distributors left something to be desired.
Okay.
So Holly made a Rotovance, awesome piece. All centrifugal, dropped right on the Ford, took your distributor problem, cured the distributor problem.
Did it? What do you wind those things out? That 312, $6,000?
Oh yeah, they would go 6 plus.
Okay.
You had to put valve springs in them to go 6 plus.
Got it.
Stock ones, it was done before they got to 6. You put some valve springs in there, you go past $6,000 all day.
Really? I love hearing that.
The secret back then, the tip was Chevrolet Power Glide valve springs.
No way.
In your 312 Ford. Yeah.
You put Chevy valve springs in it.
6-cylinder Chevrolet springs.
See this tip? I love hearing this, Robert.
6-cylinder Chevrolet Power Glide valve springs. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, how'd you figure that stuff out?
You ask questions.
Okay.
Ask this guy. Why does yours? Why don't you have such and such valve springs?
How come you can get 6,800 out of that thing? What did you do to it? That was when people shared information.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You know, wasn't a lot of animosity between. Was there a lot of animosity between brands? Like, if you were a Ford guy, you didn't talk to the Chevy guy. None of that.
No. You had a car, and everybody had a car. It was to beat him. Somehow to beat the car. Be the winner. guys had what you get by 57 old J2 rockets, you know,
Oh yeah, I remember
tri-power
them.
rockets.
Yep.
With the 3-speed on the column. That's all they ever had was a 3-speed on the column in a car.
You ever see a turbine car? The old turbine?
What?
The turbine car that was a jet fire? Or...
Well, a turbine is just a gasoline powered turbine, like an APU on an airplane.
Okay.
Chrysler had one.
Yep, I remember that.
A turbine car. In fact, we got to see it go somewhere. Farmall had a turbine tractor. Ford made one turbine tractor. You know, the Internet Harvester turbine tractor still survives today. The Ford, somebody scrapped the Ford.
Okay.
It's gone.
Wow. And I'll tell you, you wait till you see this other Ford engine that we looked at last time I was here. I haven't made the video yet. That inline 4. It was an opposed 4-cylinder.
Opposed 4-cylinder, 180 opposed flathead. Yeah.
That's going to be a good video. You guys will like that too. We need to get that thing running.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that'll be another project.
Yep.
Beach performance.
Yep. That can get that. That's a matter. I was going to get ready to get it going, but I had it. It's got to be chained down and tightened so something happened when you fire it. You know.
I bet you that thing would be all up, shaking around.
I fired it with a drill, and the drill goes one, and so it jumps in. You just like you got to change directions here.
When this thing fired up, I went, ooh.
Yep.
I wasn't used to. I never heard that whine before.
They explode, you know.
Dang, man. Yeah, so we got a lot going on here at Beach Performance.